Hello again, and thank you for joining me in another behind the scenes of audio. I am Applied Knowledge. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on the social media that I have given you in the description below. So today we're going to be talking about how I approach my mixes, and I'm going to try to do this um, as clear as possible because I'm not the greatest speaker. I wrote everything down, so just please bear with me. uh, So one thing I personally believe is that a lot of producers and artists have pictures in their minds of a finished project, and with that, there's emotion, and that's my that's my biggest thing. Is I feel like emotion is what drives the song, and that's how I try to mix. Is I try to mix with the same emotion that I felt in my mind as I was before I made the song, or if I made a song and it feels like a certain way, then I'll try to enhance that feeling. Um, so just keeping that in mind, you know what I'm saying? I'll go through, I'll, do my panning, I'll do my volume leveling just to get a general feel of where everything should be, as far as that goes. And then when the mixing comes, I try to, uh, or I should say when the effects comes, I'll try to start with the pattern that stands out the most, whatever has the most groove. It could be my drum beat, it could be the 808, it could be my percussion, my leads, my synths, whatever. I'll try to start with that. And then there are even times, as I'm making the song, I'll just, I'll assign that instrument to a track, and then I'll throw something on it right then and there just so I can get a better view of the direction that I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, after that, yeah, the volume leveling, panning or whatever, And one thing I really love is I really enjoy reverb. So I put that on just about every track that I have, just to create width. And one thing that I really try to achieve is a three-dimensional sound, if that makes sense. Is So for example, if you sitting in the car and you playing one of my tracks back, I want it to sound like it's happening all around you, even though that's what's happening, but I want it to feel like you actually sitting inside the mix. I don't know if y'all understand that, but that's what I'm trying to achieve. Um, uh, So once I've gotten the space, I'll go to stereo enhancing next. Just try to get everything uh, not sounding like everything is coming from the center. So yeah, a couple of effects that I'll use, chorusing is something that's huge, uh, and flanger. There's some kind of stereo effect that you can do with flanger. It's just a matter of playing around with it is all. And of course the stereo widener. I personally use FL Studio, so there's something in there called the stereo shaper and the stereo enhancer, and then you got your other stereo plugins that you can download. So after that, it comes EQing and compression. Um, Now, not all instruments need to be EQ'd or compressed. This is something that I have fought with myself for about 5 years. I've been doing this for 6 years, and believe me, I am just now starting to get over that being too technical phase. Um, and it's served me quite well, actually, because some stuff just sounds good natural. You know what I mean? You don't have to EQ everything. You ain't got to compress everything. If something sounds muddy, depending on the emotion of the song, uh, maybe you going for an angry song. You don't clean up the kick too much. Maybe the kick ain't supposed to be clean. If you want an angry song, you're gonna want some aggressive drums. So you don't want a clean clicky kick, or maybe you do. I don't know. It in my mind, that's not what an angry song sounds like. But everyone's different. Um, so yeah, that's one thing I try to watch out for now is not being too technical and just knowing that it's okay for something to be what it is, natural. Uh, Another thing that I do, editing. Editing is huge for me, especially now. So no, when I first started, I was making like 5 or 6 beats a day. They weren't all complete, like complete songs, but they were like solid ideas. And then, I'd go back, I'd lay a song out, and then I'd bounce it out, boom, done, moving on to the next 5 or 6 ideas. But now it's like I'll make like 2 tracks a day, but I'll spend so much time on them, editing and arranging them, that I feel like the music I make now is just much more sweeter, and it cannot be compared. I feel like I had great ideas back then, but the arrangement and it wasn't as exciting. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'll have my beginning, my middle, and my end, but within that, when I'm in my editing stage, I'll go back. Maybe there's something I want to do in the intro. I'll add um, some effects or whatever, or some chops, or if I'm doing some sampling, I'll add some extra chops in. Um, maybe I'll change up my kick pattern. I'll add some percussion in. I'll take some out. Filtering, stuff like that. Just simple stuff. And then arrangement. That's heavy for me because I feel like people only give a song without lyrics like a good 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, if that. If the intro is not like killer, then it's like they don't give a damn about the rest of the music. The beat could be bad, but if you don't steal their attention in that intro with that first 10 to 15 seconds, it's like shit. They don't give a damn about the beat really, unless they fast forward through it and then it sound dope, so they go back, start the song over, and play it again. That's about the only way in my mind. So yeah, arranging and editing is probably the most important things for me because that's like I'm getting to that final stage. Um, oh, and also making it sound three-dimensional. That's something that I try to achieve as well, and that comes with reverb, delays, just getting enough space. You know what I'm saying? And oh, one thing, less is more. I didn't understand what the hell that meant at first, but it truly is. You can do a whole lot more with the less instrumentation that you use. Um, you can have a badass song with like 5 instruments, but it's like the beauty in that is having uh, more capabilities and using effects. So it's like, all right, I can really space this song out a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? I can add more effects here. I can do more here. And there's not a whole lot of frequencies going on, because when you get a whole lot of instrumentations, that's a whole lot of frequencies running over each other. And at some point, you're going to get some phasing or some cancel. Something's going to cancel out. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, less is definitely more. So that's another thing to be aware of. And then finally, after all that, I'll go through, I'll listen to the song a few more times, make sure everything is in tune. That's a big thing too, is making sure everything is in tune. Um, uh, yeah, and then yeah, I'll just listen to the song a few more times. If I make some more edits or whatever, arrange some other things, and then time to bounce. So that's how I approach my mixes. Just some key things is emotion. That's a big thing for me. Editing, arrangement, that's another big thing. Um, what else? Space, that's another big thing. So yeah, just those 3 things is what really uh, stand out for me, and it was what I try to enhance on. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment, leave some feedback, let me know what you think. If there's anything that I can help you with, just like I said, drop me a comment, leave me an email. I'll leave all that in the description below. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.